Hello everyone, in this video I am going to explain to you how to make a drum and bass roller style synth. So I'll play for you right now the finished track, and afterwards I'll explain how to make it. Okay, so if you like the sound of that, then stay tuned because I'm going to explain how to make this synth right here, which I will play on its own. Okay, so I will just get started. The synth I made is right here, and to make it I used a stock synth, a stock Logic synth, an EQ, a bit crusher, distortion, and an amp plugin. So to find this synth that I have, you just go on to new track, and then go on to polyphonic synth, and it's right there. So once you got it up, you'll see this, and this is what the synth looks like. So I'll go over for you the sound without any plugins. So this is what it sounds like just originally. This is how it sounds on its own. Probably can't even really hear it, it's quite quiet, because it kind of needs the plugins for the distortion, but I started off with just a square wave, so I just turned up this slider. And then I increased the decay, just so it was almost at the top, just so I could get quite a long note, because for these kind of like roller style bass line synths, they tend to have quite long elongated bass lines. If you've heard any popular drum and bass rollers, you'll know what I mean. Basically, a lot of the tracks by Serum and obviously Kings of Rollers, like that. The track they did called what's that name of that track? I think it's called like Get Set Go or something. But yeah, I increased these two sliders right here. This is attack and this is release. And I turned them up just a tiny bit, because when they're not turned up, you get this very horrible clicking noise. So I just turned those up a little bit, and then I turned up the frequency a bit, just to make it a bit higher pitched. I put this to the right a little bit, and then I made sure this velour filter was on the right and this velour volume was on the left. I didn't increase the chorus at all. Didn't increase the resonance either. I did, however, I think this is modulation right here. I just turned this to the right a little bit, because as you can see, without it, it sounds like this. But with it, on the speed I put up to the top, it made it sound like this. Let's turn it up a bit. As you can probably hear, it sounds a bit more wobbly. So next, I actually added this first, even though it's second. I actually did this first. It's just a bit crusher, and what it does is, as you can see, without any, just the default setting, this is the wave right here, and what you're doing is you're basically making the wave flatline. You're making it distort. So I just put this all the way down and turn this up to 7 dB, which gave me this sound. I wasn't quite satisfied with it, so I just put an EQ before it, which allowed me to choose which frequencies I wanted to distort more. So I increased the mids a little bit, this green one right here, and then I took away some of the bass, which gave it this sound. You can see what it does when you take away the bass. It kind of just distorts different frequencies. Anyway, so I had that and I wasn't completely happy with it, so I just added this. It's one of my favourite synths to use at the moment. Oh, sorry, by the way, to find Bit Crusher, it's just here under Distortion. Distortion and Bit Crusher. All of these are quite good, but the Bit Crusher is really simple to use. So then to find Amp, you just go onto Amps and Pedals, and then Amp Designer. And this is really cool. I just used this one. It's called Brawny Combo Crunch, and it's under the this category called Crunch, and it's the fifth one. And then with this, I think I may have played around with these a little bit. Yeah, these are all set to off. That's on 3. Reverb is on, and the bass is turned up quite a lot. Mid is turned up a bit, and the treble is just turned up a little bit. And with that, it sounds like this. This is without. This is with. And then I liked how that sounded, so I just that's how I made that sound. And this is with the drums. So yeah, that's how I made that. And then I moved on to this part, and I wanted to add another synth just to give it a bit of kind of variation, just so it kind of didn't sound boring. So I added a distorted respace, which sounds like this. And with the rest of the track, it sounds like this. And to make this, unfortunately I won't go over how I made the synth on the actual synthesizer plugin, because I copied it off of another YouTuber. He did a video on it, so I don't really want to copy his video, so just I'll put a link in the description to his video, and you can just, you know, he just shows you what to do, you know. I mean, if you want to, you can just copy my page right here, but this is just to find this plugin, you just go onto Alchemy, and it's that one right there. And yeah, I mean, without any plugins, it's just a respace. It sounds like this. Sounds like this. Just a respace. And all I did was just increase a bit of the low end frequencies, and then I put on a Bit Crusher. I just put on gain. I don't even know why I put gain on, because I can always just turn it up on here. And then this is just a single band compressor, which you can ignore. This I'll get onto why I added this in the next part, which is mastering. But I just got rid of some of the bass, so that's how I made that. It's pretty simple. I won't, you know, spend too much time going over it. But again, if you want to make it, just copy these settings right here. Screenshot this and just copy it basically. Or just watch the guy's video, which I'll link. But yeah, that's how I made these two synths. And then after I was finished with this, I just bounced it into place. And I got that. To bounce into place, you just right click and then go on to bounce into place. And then now I've got the waveform of it, so yeah. So yeah, I hope that was helpful for you guys. This track is now done, pretty much. So yeah, it's time to master it, so I'll go over how to master it in the next part. And yeah, if this was helpful, then hope you enjoyed watching. And you know, if you still need some help, just comment down below, and I'll get back to you, and I'll help you with any questions you have. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next part, and yeah, take it easy.